Thank you for coming today. So, for today, I have two questions to answer from one of my students. First of all, because I never know if you're watching these videos for the first time, so I have to explain. I teach Buddhism for free, and this is where I learn from purelandschool.com. So, these two questions are these ones here. So, sacraments in Buddhism are there any sacraments in Buddhism? So, just to understand this question, in Catholic religion, there is baptism when you are born or nearly after, then first communion, right? Yeah, confirmation, and then marriage. So these important dates in Catholicism are called sacraments. So the question of my student was, are there any of these in Buddhism? So I would say it depends, because Buddhism has many branches, but you can divide Buddhism into two, basically, which is here, Buddhism of sages and Pure Land Buddhism. So what I teach, of course, you can tell from here, purelandschool.com, I teach Pure Land Buddhism. So in Pure Land Buddhism, there are no such things as sacraments, but we do have, of course, the teachings and the practices, rituals, and I will talk about this in the future. But something like an initiation, like in Buddhism of sages, for example, when you cut your hair and you have a ceremony of initiation, something like that, we don't have in Pure Land Buddhism. We just need to start listening to Buddhism and learn from the teachings, and so we can practice, yeah. So I will talk about that in the future, but just in short, we don't have, not in Pure Land Buddhism, we don't have sacraments. But with that, we do have practices, which are very important. Okay, so next question would be, would negative thoughts also affect in Buddhism? We know we have been talking about the law of cause and effect, or the law of karma, right? And this explains that negative or bad deeds create bad effects, and good deeds create good effects. We get closer to happiness by doing good deeds, and own deeds bring us our own effect, our own fate. So the question would be, if someone is doing like right most of the time, doing good deeds, but this person has negative thoughts, or let's say he's a man, his intentions are bad towards someone in a specific, or he's hating, he's angry, things like that, in this question originally it was asked like passive aggressive, when you don't say something but you are thinking like, passive aggressive. So would that also affect according to the law of cause and effect? So very good question. So a deed, or a karma, right? Karma means deed. So a deed, an action, something you do, will for sure have an effect, always. But a deed in Buddhism is different from what you may think a deed is in general. So if you think, you may be thinking right now like a deed, something you do with your body, like very very easy to see, like stealing, killing, eating. Those would be deeds, right? But in Buddhism, a deed can be found in your body, like something you do with your body, your mouth, and your mind. So all of these three are deeds, and all of these three create karmic energy, which is invisible energy, indestructible energy. So every negative or positive thought will bring an effect, and also every positive or negative thing you say with your mouth, and of course with your body. So to answer this question, would negative thoughts or deeds created with your mind would affect your fate, your happiness, your life? Well, yes. So I have a very good example for this. Let's say you have two different people. One of them is having positive thoughts, even though, let's say these are two men, okay? So the first man lost his legs, and he's complaining all the time, like, oh, I cannot be happy anymore because I don't have my legs, so I cannot do anything, I hate my life. So negative thoughts would always keep him depressed, sad, in a negative world. And if the other person has lost also his legs, but he's having just continuously positive thoughts, you can see people giving speeches, like motivational speeches, who have either legs or arms, and they are like motivating other people to appreciate life. So these people, even though being in the same conditions as many others who have the same fate, they encounter the same fate and they lost their legs or their arms, are very different in happiness. So why is that? Because positive or good thoughts will create happiness for you, no matter in what kind of situation you are, no matter how hard life it is or it may be. If you just keep having positive thoughts, of course you will continue to be happy and happier. On the other hand, if you are just like complaining all the time, even if you have it all and you are super rich or whatever, if you just complain and you're not grateful and you think your unhappiness is to blame to others, it's not your fault, people are not helping you to be happy or whatever, you're just ungrateful, complaining, of course, even if you have everything, you will never be happy like that. So yes, your mind, your mouth, and your body can create deeds that will affect your life. And Buddhism places the most important one as the mind. Why? Because thoughts create deeds that we do with our mouth. We don't just speak, we think and then we speak. We don't just do, we think and then we do. Like, you want to steal something, you first think of stealing and then you go and use your body and you steal. So it comes with your first from your mind. The same with the mouth. When saying bad things and hurting people with your words. So we have to fix on our mind. Just pay attention to what kind of thoughts we have during the day. Yes, that would be all for today. Thank you.